Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I am here with chapter 2 of our faded ink folio. This is what we started with, and we made this one last week. I'll link last week's in the description below. Okay, so for this one, this is where we started. This is the one we started with. Yeah, has this little cute pull-out right here. This is a double pocket right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add on to this one today. So I'm just going to briefly go over the kit, and then we will get going. Okay, so if you are not on my email list and you would like to get this kit for free, all you need to do is sign up in the description below. There'll be a link, and then I'll send you the files for this one. And I will figure out, I just realized you'll need last week's files too. So I'll make sure that this goes to a folder that has like last week's files and this week's files. So it'll be cumulative. Since this project is like cumulative through the month of February. Okay. So I think that's it for housekeeping. I did print everything on 110-pound cardstock. I keep forgetting to tell you guys that. I almost always print my folios on 110-pound cardstock, so you can just assume that. But I realize that there's a lot of new people joining us, so, I just want to make sure I cover all my bases here. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly go over the papers. So there's this little distressed heart one. I know Valentine's Day is coming up, and some of you guys might want to add some, heart elements to your crafts. So hopefully this could be a multi-use paper for you. And then we have this one with the little hearts and flowers. Whoops. And I have this little smaller damask one, which is a good backing paper. This distressed pink one, also great for the backing. I used this one on a couple of mine. This super nice red one. The little hint of distressing, here around the edges. It's just got a nice kind of range of reds in there. And then we have kind of like a collage-y paper that has a bunch of different elements in it. I like these types of pages, especially for putting on the backs of stuff, because you kind of get like a huge variety of looks and you're just using one paper. So I use this to back my folio pages for today. And so some of my ephemera. So you'll see that in just a second. We're going to go through the pieces. So that's the papers for this week. And then, okay, the pieces that you're going to need for the folio base, okay, there's this one. This is the slant one. This is the main cover piece that we're going to use. There's also a pocket that's like this, like a big side pocket, and these two slant pockets. Okay, so there's also included in this one is a mini folio that goes inside this pocket. So we're going to put that together. And there's bunches of ephemera. Some of this stuff we're not going to end up using today, but just hang on to it, because as we progress through the project, especially for the last week, we're going to do some small ephemera projects. But I didn't want to wait to give you all of this till the end. I wanted to give it to you now so you can start using it in the folio as it is now, as well as have some extra already pre-cut out at the end of the project. Okay. So, okay, for today, here's what we're going to do. This is my last week's ephemera. I have that here too. There's bunches of ephemera, because you guys know I love a lot of ephemera. Okay, so let's start with, I'm going to put those aside. We're going to start with the structure of the folio at the beginning. So the first piece you need is this one. And what we're going to do is, this one is closed like this. So it opens, we have it simply open like that, and your pull-out flap is over here. And all we're going to do is attach this pocket to the back of this piece like this. So it'll just be like a continuation of this, of the folio as we go down. So it's going to be like a zigzag, like, you know, flip-flop journal in the end. All right, so what we're going to do is, and it might help you, when I was like doing all my mock-ups and stuff, I actually clipped this one shut so that I wouldn't, you know, so it wasn't flopping around and getting into stuff. So it might help you to clip it shut if it's giving you any problems. Okay, so I'm going to just grab this tape off of here and we're going to get started. You need tape on these 3 sides. And this pocket has like a little bit of a ledge on it here so that you can, it will hold the ephemera better. Because if you just do the slant, you know, which I do like the look of, but sometimes it doesn't really hold the ephemera great. Okay, so we're going to attach this guy onto the back of this one. I'm going to open that and just go down like this. And just to make sure I'm even on the bottom and on the side there. Okay, so we got that on there, and then this is going to make a pocket here. The back is going to be, you know, we're working on one side of it right now, and then we're going to flip it over starting next week and do the back of it. So here's this, and then what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to add, oh, I forgot to mention this. I punched this edge. So on this piece, this edge here is going to go on the back of this one here and form another pocket for us on the back. I made it a little extra big in case you guys wanted to punch it. It's fine. You know, it'll, I didn't want to make it too short in case people wanted to punch it or cut it, or you could run like a border die over this really easily. You know, I love a punch, so I used a Martha Stewart punch for this one. I think it's an older one because it doesn't have the bendy sides, but this is what I used for mine. So this is a little bit extra wide, so if you're not punching it, you could trim it a little bit shorter if you don't like how long it is. So I just want to make that like quick note on that one. And then what we'll do for this one here is, okay, this is the printed side for the printable, and this is the back of it, which is the background paper that I printed on it. We're going to put the tape on the side that I printed on. Okay, so this is not the side you put the tape on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put tape. You can feel free to use glue, whatever you prefer for your adhesive. And I'm just going to go right kind of up to the edge of that. I inked all of my creases because it's so helpful to be able to clearly see, you know, where your edges and ends are, so that when you're putting in your adhesive, you don't actually go in the wrong direction, which I'm very prone to do if given the opportunity. Okay. All right. So this is the bottom of my paper here. So I'm going to flip this here, and I want to put this on the back of this one here. I'm not sure. This is going to actually go this way. Let's do it this way. I'm going to get everything all lined up here and have that just be right on the edge. Put that down. I love it when we get to this point and it's like you can see all the different patterns and stuff coming together. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to flip this back over. This is the whole thing. This, okay, so this is going to fold this way, this is going to fold this way, and this is going to fold this way. So you might have to get your, like, just depending on which way you folded your stuff when you did your creases initially, you might have to like re-crease it. I'm gonna just grab my bone folder here for a second. so I can make sure that like all my folds are in the right direction for the folio. And help to have it like that instead, so that you're not on the lumpy edge, because then your thing might not be flat. Okay, so the panels that we're going to be working on today are, that just fell out of mine, these two panels, and then this panel will be for next Monday, and then we'll also be flipping it over and working on the back next Monday. Okay, so let's get started here. So we're going to go with the cross pockets on this one. Okay, and when you put these in, put them just inside the crease so that you're not stopping up your crease, and you'll still have room to fold. Even, you know, you just want to make sure you have flexibility in your folds. So just make sure you just don't go too close to the crease, but close enough. All right. All right, so I'm going to take the tape off. You're going to start with the bigger pocket. I accidentally taped this wrong initially, so that's why I have two pieces. You really only need the one. Or the glue, even better, right? All right, so this is going to go on right here. We're going to go just inside the crease here and line that up. Oops. Perfect. And we're going to get this one. Okay. And that goes right on top of here. And you can kind of line it up that way. Oh, I don't think I did not ink these pockets. What was I thinking? I can probably just go in there really quick with some ink. Okay. So there's this one. I'm going to see if I can, I don't know what I was doing. I was listening to a podcast while I was doing this, so I probably got distracted mid inking. Okay. So this one here is going to be your side pocket. And you could pick your side if you want to. I mean, it does look a little bit weird, maybe if it's upside down, but it's oriented so that it would go this way. But if you printed something on the back, unlike me, you could also change the design of the pocket. So, you know, it gives you a little bit of flexibility in how you want it to look. So there we go, like that. You can always turn pockets inside out if you don't like them, the design on them. Just print something else on the back and turn them inside out. That way you'll have the template of the pocket and the pattern that you like. Okay, so we'll get this guy on there. And then after we're done with this, we'll do our little folio, and then we can fill everything up with all the different ephemera that is included. I do want to make some clusters with this stuff, so it's definitely on my list for projects, which is why there's some domino pieces, and there's also some square collage pieces in here. I haven't cut mine yet up completely, because sometimes I like to use them connected. The other thing that you can do that's really neat is you can fold these accordion style as well, and use them, you know, to pull out of your journal, like as like a little pull out situation. So we'll definitely go over that when we get to that point in the process. Okay, so I got all my stuff together. And all right, now the folio. All right, so the pieces for that one are these two little pockets, this here, this one here, and then the folio itself. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put this is just like a little, you know, decoration topper for this area right here. So I'm just going to grab glue for this one, and then we can get this on there. And it just gives it an extra layer of, you know, interest on there. And then also, I was thinking that it also provides like kind of a neutral background right here if you wanted to add some of the other ephemera here just to decorate with. We can definitely use one of the circles or like the little fussy cut pieces if we want to create like a closure for this. So we'll do that in a second. Okay, now these pockets are for the inside of this. So I have one here. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to mention about this is that if yours buckles a little, you can just slightly trim down on this edge. Just literally take like a smidge off and it will fit. Sometimes like if you don't score exactly right, you know, then it doesn't fit exactly in. So that's just in case that happens. Okay, so we're gonna put this pocket in. I think we're gonna put this one. And I'm going to go with glue on this because it's kind of a smaller pocket. So I want my glue right on the edge. My tape is too wide. So this is going to go in here. Just like that. You want to inset it just a little bit. There we go. And then I have these two little guys here. Just for the sake of putting ephemera in them, just skew lower on them so that you can get there's some mini tags I made for this one, so you can just pop those in these pockets. So I want to just kind of have them go a little bit on the low side. Okay, so I'll get this one on. And I want to line these guys up as best I can. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to pop this in here. I'm just going to do it quickly because I would probably still have to wait for my glue to dry so I don't mess this up. Oops. There we go. It's kind of a tight fit, but that means it won't fall out. So I'm just going to clip these because I just probably messed up the glue a little bit by putting that in there. Okay, so I'm going to pull that out while that dries, and then let's work on this here really quickly, and then we'll just add a couple of things in there as well. So this is these pockets are a little bigger, so we can probably look for like, okay, I have this tag from Monday's Ephemera, so I'm going to try to get this one in here without goofing this up too much. What it might do, oh, okay, I was going to round the corners on that if it didn't go in, but it went in, so we're good. I'm also not sure, like I was thinking about possibly adding this butterfly right here. It's for some reason it looks really bright on here to me. So I'm wondering if I can fix that just a little bit. A little bit of this vintage photo and a piece of scrap paper perhaps. Okay, yeah, see that looks a little bit, that's like more, what do you call it? It fits more in with the color palette of this particular panel because I have these like really aged and junky looking things. Should we go straight or should we go at a little bit of an angle there? I kind of mangled this guy, unfortunately. Maybe we'll go at a little bit of an angle. Let's see here. If I want to add anything else. There's this cute little book. I think this fell out of somewhere else, but oh no, maybe it didn't. I'm gonna put it in this one as well, I think. Alright, let me get some glue for this. I would like something else in the background of this. Right here. Let's see what we have in the scraps bin here. Oh, look. Mummy cloth. I'm going to put a little bit of this behind that. Just to give it a little extra dimension in the background. Now it feels like Junk Journal January. Okay, so I'm going to add this in just a little bit to give this a little something in the background so it's not just so like just jammed on there. So I think what we'll do is we'll put this along the edge here and then have this, you know, oops, I got to make sure I get the whole thing on there. Yeah, I think we'll do this. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put some glue down on this pocket, and then we'll just stick the mummy cloth down. And then the good thing about this stuff is you can kind of rearrange it at will. So if we just stick it down, we'll be able to still pull some of the strings out. Even after it's down. Okay, and then we're going to put the butterfly on top. I'm going to put the butterfly's glue in the middle here, and then I can add a little extra to the bottom after this is here. And then we'll just use our tweezers to kind of rearrange this a little bit and just get a little bit of texture in there for our little butterfly. And I love a big butterfly, right? I'm just gonna put glue down on his little I don't know what this part is called. Well, it's his wings for sure. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down for a sec so I can get that hang out. I'm wondering about adding this over here. It's definitely a thought. I'm gonna work on the little folio. I can't make it too fat because it will not go in the pocket if it's too fat. Alright, so hopefully my butterfly is good to go. You know what? This tag is very plain, isn't it? What should we do to this? We need to add something to it for sure. I did throw in a couple of little heart things this week, just in case you guys wanted those to add in. Okay, I have this little piece of paper trim that I punched out of cardstock that was in my like little scrap drawer. This is the punch that I used. These punch like ribbons or trim edges instead of like actual like the other edge that I showed you guys. But these are like, these can be kind of handy. So what I'm going to do is use this, and I'm going to make like a little belly band with it, and then I'm going to just staple it on either side of this, right here, just like that, just like that. And then I'm going to use that to hold like, one of these other tags. I hope this one fits. Yep, it sure does. Right onto the front of it. And then I'm going to come back in here later, and I'm probably going to add some words to this one. But I don't want to hold up the production of this particular video just because I was going to go off on a wild hair. So I just realized I was doing that. And so I'm just not going to, I'm just going to add the belly band right now. And I'm also going to, while we're at this, I'm going to round the edges on the bottom of this. That can frequently help with the, oops, this is not the best corner rounder. Getting things down into pockets if they're catching on the edges. So, I also think I could probably stick some other stuff in here, to be honest. Yeah, but I definitely need some words. So I'll come back in through here when we do our last day and with the decorating and stuff, and I'll add that in there. I do like to do a little bit of decorating though along the way here. Okay, so okay, I think what I was going to do next before I got distracted was put some little tags in here. There's these cute little guys right here, and they can just pop right in to here. And then if you want to, there's the dominoes. They can go in here as well. You can trim the edges of those if you want, like so they look like tags, or just leave them square, because, or square rectangle. I guess leave the corner square. That's probably, Pickle's really going to town down there. And there's also some flowers too, and flowers from last week that you could add in if you wanted to. Just depending on what you want to do with the type of ephemera, the kind of theme that you want to go with. There's this pretty window. I love this so much. That's a very busy background for that though. Okay, so let me see. What do I want to put in this one here? Maybe this guy as well. Alright, put this one right here. Okay, so I have a little piece of vellum in my drawer here. I wonder if I can just put that behind this. Just so that it's got, you know, because it gives it just a little bit more something. I'm not sure what the something is that it gives it, but it certainly gives it that little something. And this is a piece of book page. So we can easily kind of make this more of like a focal piece. You know, just by adding like a couple of scraps. You know, these are just things that like I had left over on my desk. I keep like my top drawer of my desk is full of my scraps right now, which has turned out to be a pretty good arrangement for me because it keeps my desk a lot cleaner, and then all my scraps are always like readily available. I'm just going to figure out how I want these, and I will put some ink on them. I'm really sorry about all the snoring. It's making me laugh. Oh, Pickle. Okay. Alright, so let me put these down with some glue, and then this one will be pretty much done because I can't really add too much to it without bulking it up too much, and it won't fit anymore. One thing that you know, sometimes I think about is that, like, when I do the free ephemera, would you guys prefer that I just stuck to what was in the kit, or do you mind if I bring in extra things? In the past, I've tried to stick you know, mostly to what's in the kit and not bring in other things, maybe ribbon or eyelets or something like that. But, I don't know, like, after, like, you know, doing, Junk Journal January and stuff like that, I don't know if you guys want me to freelance a little bit, so you can see, like, you know, what other types of things you can bring into your projects, or, you know, or just keep it simple. I like to make it complicated sometimes, but I love to, like, kind of experiment and see what else I can find to bring in here. So you can let me know that one in the comments. If you'd like to see, like, you know, more things incorporated, like, so you have more options. You know, I like to create all my stuff with options. So, all right, there's this. Now, if you have one of the round circles, those are an inch. These guys are an inch. So you can punch these out with a 1-inch punch. Just pick which one I want. Maybe that one. Punch these guys out with a 1-inch punch, so that you don't have to try to suffer through cutting a circle. And then I'm just going to put glue on half of it. And then I'm going to use this as kind of like a tuck tab for the top of this envelope. I'm going to hold it right now just to show you how it works. And you can put it right back down. We just have to let the glue set before we, like, start really messing with it. Okay, and this goes in like this. There's plenty of room on here too if you wanted to stamp or, like, add some extra stuff onto that as well. We could probably add, like, a little cluster on there if we wanted. I have this little piece here as well. I know I'm trying not to add bulk to this one, so I might leave that. I guess I could leave that be for right now, but just as a thought, let's see if my glue is dry enough for me to put this in here, because I yanked up the edges when I tried a little bit ago. There we go, right in there. Yeah, I don't think I could add on anything on the front of that. I want it to be, like, centered. There we go. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, so for today, okay, so this is going to fold up. Let's fold this up like this. This is going to go in. That goes like that. This goes like this. So we have this right now, and it goes like this. And what we added today was the cross pockets right here. Mine needs to be clipped so that it stays glued down. And then we added this here. And what we need is, like, a piece of book page right here. This one has some natural yellowing along the edge, which I love. And then we could add, like, this. Because that's going to give us the way, like, a way for us to, like, kind of distract away from the pattern that's underneath it. This is probably not big enough for me to use. But I can do this for sure. It'd be nice if I had something on this book page, but I don't. Get this to the right length, and then we can just kind of offset it, and then that way it'll stand out a little bit more on the page. And we can also let it kind of hang over the edge of the envelope too, just, you know, just for a little something extra. Ooh, I'll ink this too, which will help it even more. My hands are always covered with vintage photo after this. I'm probably making this video be really, really long. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm going to flip this over so my yellowed edge is sticking out right there. And then I'm just going to glue this one down. I'm going to leave glue off of that leaf just because I want to put, I want to leave that like kind of hanging off of this just a little bit. One of these days I want to just sit down and dye a bunch of mummy cloth, all different colors, so that I can have it for like projects like this, because this would look really cute with a little bit of pink behind it. Okay, so I think we're going to call it a day for today. And this, oh, I didn't even say this in the beginning. Okay, so this is week 190. Can you guys believe it? 190 weeks of free ephemera. That's just amazing. So many projects. This is Faded Ink, and this is chapter 2 of 4 chapters. There'll be 4, one for every Monday in February. Today we added our cross pockets, and we added this side pocket, and we made our little folio here. I'm gonna be gentle. And then next week I have a fun edition planned for next week. Hopefully you guys will enjoy making that one. And that I hope also that you enjoyed making this project, even though it's, I feel like it was a little bit scatterbrained this time. But I got a lot of stuff cooking. So if you enjoyed this, please like the video, and I would very much appreciate if you would subscribe if you haven't already. And I will, oh, I did want to mention for the Nature's Neutrals, there's going to be a video on Tuesday for that one, and it's going to be making the cover and the signatures and all of that. So that will be the next video that I'm putting out. And then there will be a follow-up to this one next Monday. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me.